myself, and I had so much time to sit and think about myself.
See, when I think of Eric Miltsch, Marcy Playground hits at best. I think of sex and candy. And then everything gets weird, and Eric befriends me on Facebook for about 3 months. Listen, the guy that's gonna come up and talk to you guys didn't start as a dealer. He started the other way around. This guy's technologically baller, a tech guy, a dealer, and a hell of a good friend. Do me a favor, put your hands together for the last in-person speaker of the day, who's got a hell of a lot of fun planned, Mr. Eric Miltsch. I tell you what, this surely is a dream.
Hello, automotive rock stars. So, why use Automax? Plenty of reasons, but everybody asks about a guarantee. What if it doesn't work? Okay, here's a guarantee. If it doesn't work, it's a limited guarantee. If it doesn't work, we redo it free. The limited part? Act of God, a hurricane, tornado, snowstorm, Armageddon. Okay, the people don't show up. Or your dealership's horrid. And that's a you issue, not a me issue. We guarantee our results. Automax Recruiting and Training.
Raise your hand if you are a leader. I know the question was posed earlier. Keep them up. I know the question was posed earlier if you are a leader. The people that don't have your hands up, those are the people I'm looking for in the room. Everybody else with your hands up, I don't care about you right now. The people with their hands down, okay? I want to tell you a quick story about why I believe everybody in the room is a leader. They just don't realize it yet. You can put your hand down now, Mike. I have what's called my meatball moment, my Swedish meatball moment, actually. And it's a funny story I like to share, that everybody eventually will have this Swedish meatball moment. It's going to be in your own shape or form. And what happened was, I went to a party one night, and this woman that I had met a couple years prior, that I forgot I had met her, I really hadn't thought about her since then, but she introduced me to somebody else. And the reason why I call it the Swedish meatball is because she was serving these at the time. That's what made me think of it. But what happened was, she introduced me to a friend of hers, and she went on and on about how wonderful I was in terms of, what I made her, the way I made her think, the way I made her feel in terms of what she's doing with her life, with her job. And because when I first met her that very first time, she answered with, when I asked her, hey, what's going on in your life? What are you doing? What's exciting? She had, it was nothing great. I don't like my job. This sucks. I hate this, blah, blah, blah. And so I just told her flat out, and this is the first time I met her. And I was just having a nice conversation with her, and I said, well, you can't answer a question like that. You gotta leave whoever you're talking with, you gotta leave them with something. You should be excited about something in your life. You have to have some passion with it. And it was funny because that's typically how I try to interact with somebody, but honestly, I didn't remember this conversation. And she was telling this to another friend. And that's the moment I realized, and this was a couple years back, this was the moment that I had realized that, granted, I'm not a Grant Cardone type of person, but I do at least have the ability one-on-one to make you think about something, or at least make you think about something differently. And we all have that power. So my point is, those people that didn't have your hands up, maybe you haven't had your Swedish meatball moment yet. But be on the lookout for that. Could happen today, could happen tomorrow, could be next year, whatever. And the question was posed earlier, who in here is in a leadership position? And I think if you want to get to that point, you have to have your Swedish meatball moment. Does that make sense? Cool. All right, what I want to do, which is the last thing, this is the last presentation today. I want to have some fun with it. I want to get you guys involved with it. I want to share a few things. For those of you that don't know me, again, my name is Eric Miltsch. I started off about maybe, 10, 12 years ago in the car business. We started up a little car dealership called Auction Direct USA out of Rochester, New York. We had built that up into the #1 independent used car store in the country for 3 years running based on volume. We sold about 7,500, 8,000 cars a year. It was a nice little experiment that we did. I left a couple years after, just a couple years ago, started up a consulting company, and then we started up another company called Auto Outlets USA. The USA theme tends to stick with my partner. My former CEO is now my new partner. And so we're doing it all over again, and we're having a lot of fun with it. So Matt asked me if I would share some of the stuff that I'm doing with, within our new experiences and share these with you guys. But again, I want to have some fun with you. The biggest theme I want to push today as well, there's a huge communication gap, and we're mishearing the lyrics. We're mishearing the things that are being either the things that we're saying and we're hearing back from our team, or the stuff that our team is hearing from us as leaders. And so we need to be careful about obviously what it is that we're sharing. And it comes from, again, finding your meatball moment, being a leader, being able to guide these people. Because as somebody else mentioned earlier today, everybody is just looking to be led. And that's your job. And if you're here, you should be going down that path to try to lead somebody with the experiences that you know. And again, as Matt said, just give a shit. If you give a shit about it, you're going to be able to lead somebody very, very nicely. So with that, I have a great video that I like to start off most of my presentations with. A couple of you guys here may have seen this before, but I think this is a fun way to be able to illustrate this, this communication gap.
Das hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Messgerechtes. Das Gerät, das Überlebensradar.
Mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
So I'm sure a few of you have experienced this with your teams or with some of your leaders in your group. So what I want to jump into, and again, I think my presentation is called 7.5 tips, so I think that's the number. So the first one I want to really talk about, this is something we're having a lot of fun with right now, and I've just simply named it EPO, Experience and Personalization Optimization. The website provider that we use is Dealer Inspire. I'm a huge fan of them. I love the platform because it allows me to do the very first, what I'm calling, basically my first tier of this experience optimization. And you'll notice this message above my search bar, you notice it says, "Welcome back, we missed you." Which, by the way, "we missed you" is probably the most powerful thing that you can say to any other human being.
Hi, automotive rock stars. So, the hard to find people in your dealership. Technicians, college graduates, women, millennials. Give us a call at 800-878-5090. We have the solution to all of them. Thanks.
Everybody wants to be missed. So right off the bat, now the key thing is here, this is the message that a second-time visitor gets. The first time they come to our site, it says something else, and I forget because we change it up all the time. It's just a general welcome statement. But I'm more concerned about that second statement. So we've got this, and I change this message out occasionally. I've got different things for different sources, but in this case, what's happening is this is somebody that's coming, a repeat visitor that's coming back on either a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. This is the message they see. Wednesday, they get a different one. Thursday, it starts to trigger in about what's coming into the weekend. Schedule a new test drive for the weekend. So, Matt, this is great service you got here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've got different personalization messages going out for different pages of the site as well. I have a different message that customizes that welcome greeting for my visitors when they come from Facebook, Twitter, AutoTrader, Cars.com, Car Gurus. So it welcomes them. It knows where they came from. And I can also personalize this message to be able to talk about prior searches, prior vehicles, even based on their location. I can geo-target other dealerships as well. So these are the types of things that we should at least be aware of and that we should at least be trying to build a culture around inside of our dealerships too. If you're not familiar with this, it's just something I can't stress it enough in terms of this personalization element. This is what's happening right now. It's not about a broad stroke vanilla, plain vanilla type of approach. Everybody wants something personalized to them, and that's where we're on this kick. Bobby mentioned before, content is king. I say context is God. because everything is about the context and the personalization that we can provide to our individual visitors, because that's what they truly really want. Now, one of the other fun things I want to try to do today, and we'll see how this experiment goes. Everybody has I'm sure everybody has a favorite misheard lyric. So let's see if we can play along with this. Raise your hand. I'm going to play this. Once I get this going, if somebody knows the song and can sing this, I got a prize for you. If they can sing the lyric. And you're going to know what the song is, obviously, but I want to hear you sing it. Matt, what's going on here?
Isn't that playing your awesomeness?
No.
Not showing your slides in the right order?
No, you're not. But I can find this one, don't worry. Just give me 1 second here. Do you know that song? Who knows the song?
I do.
First one.
Tickets to Paradise.
There you go. There you go. Has anybody ever heard that misheard lyric before? I've got 2 chickens to paralyze? No? All right. That's what I heard. All right, with that, I want a question, too. I want to get you guys involved. You got a question? I know you do. You think of a question.
I wish I had one.
Yes, you do. What do you do?
I'm a business manager.
For?
Tapper Ford, Paul.
Okay, what's your biggest struggle right now?
Biggest struggle is actually just getting some of the older salespeople to take in the new systems, source codes, follow-up, treat an internet customer like a true customer. That's our hardest part. It's just teaching the old dogs.
Just teaching the old dogs the new tricks. How many other people are having this problem as well? Teaching the old dogs. Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the easiest answer for you. You know what I'm going to recommend? Okay. You gotta. Every single one of them should follow Mike Davenport. Okay. Make that a policy when you go back to the store tomorrow. Follow his tweets. Follow his Facebook stream. Follow what he's doing. Okay. And then you can have them come back to you with a quick recap. Hey, here's 2 or 3 things that this guy's doing. That's the simplest way you're going to get through to it, because it works. It's proven. Okay, it's simple. There's so many other people out there that are doing it. All right, you're going to rather than trying to have a meeting about it or trying to show them anything, show them somebody that's actually doing it. Okay, that's a simple thing. All right, now let's go back. All right, Matt, you got me all discombobulated here, but I'm just going to wing this. Here's one of my other tips. How many people have seen this? Facebook just turned this on. They now have automatic away messaging in the back end. Who has this on? I think Mike does. Mike, don't answer anymore. Who else doesn't? Who else has this in place? Cool. Very simple. Go into your settings. It's the second one down, I think. It's messaging. Click on that. You'll see this. You can personalize your messages during the day, and you can also set an away message. And again, we're talking about personalization. Facebook has it right in there. You can click the personalization. I can easily drop my phone number, my URL, my address. I can also drop in other things like name and just some pre-sorted injection code items. Very, very simple. It's in 2 spots. We've got 3 stores now. We've got, I went through and did this. It probably took me about 8 minutes. There's no reason why anybody should have this in place. Who in here has seen, show of hands, how many people are seeing an increase in messages through your Facebook pages? You should be. And if you're not, you're probably not managing that portion of the business. And again, this comes down to A, mobile behavior, and B, intent. And if you don't understand those things, you're probably in the wrong room. But it's a simple concept. Okay, this is what's happening with people. They want to be heard. This is instantaneous. You know that. Think about your own experiences. This is going to help you at least get the ball rolling. It's going to trigger another alert. It's going to trigger another action. And these people want to be heard, and they want to be engaged. So it's a simple way to start that off. Let's find another one here. All right, well, let's talk about this. How many people in the room are using car gurus? How many people in the room hate car gurus because they scrape your inventory and blah, 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 all the other stuff that people bitch about? Okay? I love car gurus. It's my second largest lead provider. And partially due to the fact is, I believe, and anybody that does like it might agree with me on this, they have the visualization right there. Good deal. That's all buyers want today. They want the validation that what they're buying is in fact a good deal, or even better, a great deal. How many people have CarGurus has seen this tool on your back end? Excellent, excellent. If you have CarGurus and you don't know about it, contact your rep. They just, for whatever reason, they're not very good at communicating it. So with this tool, what I'm able to do now, with this slider, I can basically just tap this over to the left or the right and see how many dollars. In some cases, it's like 11 bucks that turns it from a great deal, a good deal, to a great deal. That's all you need to do. Super simple. And what I've done actually too, in the last 30 days, I reached out to CarGurus engineering department just on a lark, and I told them I want that indicator on my SRPs as well. They built me a separate custom API. I'm testing it out on my site. Under my thumbnail, right on the SRP, I've got the good deal indicator. And then on top of that, it's got some metadata embedded into it. You click it, they built me a separate landing page that explains what their market data pricing is. And it has even more validation to that. And again, this is customizing that experience to give the validation for what the users want. And especially on a mobile, that's all they want. They want to know the price, where it is, and is it a good deal? And that's all I care about. I'm putting all that stuff together for them. And now, because of the fact that I'm having at least some success with CarGurus, I'm now taking this feed and I'm at least trying to share this out with the rest of the community. Again, I think it's a great strategy to have in place. All right, let's find another song. We'll go back to that. Anybody ever heard this one? I think he's actually saying that. That's what it sounds like. All right, who knows that? Who knew that song? Right there. Yeah, right. All right, what's your biggest struggle? Give me a question.
I am on the other end now, and I'm not selling cars anymore, but I am trying to sell services. I work for Automax.
Okay.
And getting a general manager or a sales manager or whoever to even give me the time to tell them why they should be recruiting rather than, taking walk-ins and stuff like that. So I guess my biggest struggle is getting across what I have to offer and finding passion for people who have no time.
Okay, I would say just off the cuff, two simple things. You have to focus in on, and kind of why I asked Grant that before, to tie it even into a bigger picture. You know what the problem is that you're trying to solve. You need to communicate that to these GMs, okay? And even more so, and I stress this so much, the only other thing that we all want in our lives besides more money, it's more time. And you're going to save these GMs more time. But you need to make it very, very easy, and you need to make sure the content that you have, we're talking simple intro, simple bullets, and simple outro, and a very, very simple call to action. But even more so, you need to make some type of personalized connection with those GMs, and you need to build that personalized relationship yourself. And if you can do that short and sweet, I know as an owner, if you were going to come to me and tell me that you can find me better salespeople, and you're going to give it to me in about a 30-second digest, I will listen to you. If you pop in unannounced or send me a big, long email, I don't have time for that. That's the simplest way. Oh, here, come on down. You got a prize for you. Everybody gets one. All right, let's talk about local optimization. How many people here, show of hands, are you familiar with moz.com? Thank you very much. moz.com/local. You ever been there? If you haven't, write it down. moz.com/local. Put in your business name, not your URL, your business name, and then put your zip code in. Hit go. You'll get your local optimization score. This was my first store. We've been in business for 10 months, and I've got my score at 96% already. And why this is important? This is important because Google has one job, and that's to provide authoritative expert content. that they know is verified, it's trusted. Well, the content that they're pulling comes from all the data aggregators throughout the internet. Localese, factual, all these other cornerstones of where the data on the internet exists. And then they suck that out, they pump it through their machine. And then they deliver it out. Customers expect exact, trusted information. If your information is accurate and consistent with your name, address, and phone number, that's how you're going to achieve this. And that's how you show up more places for local searches. And obviously, hopefully everybody knows this, they're searching on their phones. So make it easy. Just go through the necessary steps, whether you have somebody in the house do it or one of your vendors. This does take some time, but this is proof in the pudding. It takes about 6 months to get a score at least over 60, 70%. And I would say on average, Brian, what do you normally see? 60%?
54.
Yeah, that's about it. Has anybody done this for their score? Oh, good. At least you guys have one thing to do. All right, let's see this one. So let's finish out. Again, that's just what I heard. You may not have heard the same thing. Who knows the song? There you go. Someone closer to my age. Share with us your biggest struggle. What's going on with you?
Frontline sales, so the biggest one I've got is attracting new customers to myself to have them come into the store to me specifically.
Yeah, that's simple. Talk to the mic. No, but bottom line is, Mike talked about knowledge. Take it the next step now. It's not Mike's knowledge necessarily, it's his trustworthiness. He's an expert. All right, I bought my Corvette from somebody else. I ping Mike for my questions. I would go to him for anything. He was telling me about how to store it in the winter. I had to put it on some blocks. I had no idea what it was. He told me everything. I trust him. That's what you need to do for your people as well. Make sense? Yeah. Cool. Matt, any idea how we know how this thing got all mixed up here? Yeah. I highly doubt that's it.
I was just telling people how technically awesome you are, too.
So you sabotage. Yeah, I know. I have to go back and try to find what he screwed up. This was part of the car. This was part of the Car Guru's dashboard as well, and you can see this is from when we actually opened in May. So you can see what my lead count has gone. Where this has gone, and we get decent leads. Again, we're a small store. We sell about 100 cars a month, but we're growing. And we'll get up there again. But the point is, process around our inventory management. We check our inventory. We check our prices every Sunday. We back it up with the tool on Car Gurus, and we just make sure, again, not only are we in line, but we're trying to do as best a job as we can for our distribution. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, another tip. This goes back to, again, trying to do something different, and whether it's on an individual basis for yourself, or what Mike is doing, or for your entire culture, or for the owners. I don't care what it is, but there's an opportunity out there to go way beyond. Right? This is beyond even the concept of thinking outside the box. So what we did, we're a new store. We needed to brand ourselves. So what essentially we're doing, we're crowdsourcing our curb purchases. We're crowdsourcing our trade-ins. So we created the Simple Squad. And we made a very, very simple process for someone to go to our website, submit a lead, or submit a contact info. And this is part of my strategy to at least build my list. And by building the list now, I'm just getting more names, obviously, and getting more people to know about us. But what they're doing is, we've made it very simple for them to find a car. How many times have you seen the same Toyota Camry sitting on the side of the road in front of Mr. Johnson's house down by the oak tree, and then you drive by it and it's still there for 6 months? You can never sell the car. So now we're empowering everybody else in the community to take a picture of that car, send it to us, and now we can sell that car. And if we do, we pay them. And we get a ton of it. It's not the best, but at least we got people talking about us. We got people sending us leads. We got people in touch with us. That's all we wanted. And my longer term goal is to be able to make this list something powerful of a resource that I can go back out to and hit them for other purchases. You know, I know this guy sent me 3 leads. We just asked him the other day if he can find a specific type of car. It was a 300E Mercedes. We asked this guy to go find it for us. It's a great way to do it. All right. Matt's giving me the sign. I think I got 50 minutes left. What is that? Okay. All right. Verify your Facebook page. Very simple. Again, go into your settings. I know a couple of people in here have done it. I've seen it. Here's a great example. Bobby can attest to this, how hard it is to actually implement something without a good process. Here's what Garber looks like in the search for Facebook. Next to mine, there's mine. You can see that little check with a circle in it. This is just another part of the local optimization. It's very simple. It takes about 30 seconds to do. I recommend doing that. All right, we'll skip this one. Facebook ads. This has to be a part of your process. It just absolutely has to be. We are only spending about $300 to $400 a week right now. We are driving so much additional traffic because of our consistent process, not only targeted ads, but we're also doing what they call local awareness ads, where you're just simply making a click-to-call ad in the feed. But we're also we're promoting what's called the call to action ads on the top of the business page. So we've got 3 different types of ads cycling through for 3 different types of stores. And we're driving in so much traffic through these channels. And again, it's early funnel, but we're capturing them, we're then retargeting back to them, and this is again helping us build our list. Let's see if we can do this one. Oh, wrong one. I will. I like that one. Who knows that? We did. You know it? Yeah. Very nice, very nice. No, that's not the song. That's not the song. What's the name of this? You know the name of the song? There you go. There you go. I'll give you a prize afterwards. Here's the call, the click-to-call ad I just mentioned. Anybody running these? Simple location. That's all it is. We're pinging this. I usually ping these anywhere from about 1 to 3 miles from the store. And what I'm trying to do is conquest any of the other people that might be showrooming around the area, or any of the other people that might be just going on Facebook while they're out shopping. And again, the way that this works is just phenomenal. It will only show this in the mobile preview. All right, we'll go this one. And then I'll leave you with this one. This is my 0.5. This one is, I'm so excited for this to come out. It's not available for everybody just yet, but it's Facebook lead cards. This, I think, is going to revolutionize the way that people contact us as dealers through the Facebook stream. And it's literally going to be, I think it's about 2 or 3 taps. That's it. No typing, just tapping. And the customer is going to be able to see the ad, get quote, it's going to fill in their information, and then you just got to hit send. That's it. Lead's going to come in. And when this rolls out, the moment it does, you at least will be able to say, yes, I heard about this, but now I want to try it, and I would implement it. Make it part of your process. Like I said, I'm so excited for this to come out. Matt, we good? Oh, one other thing. I'll leave you with one last thing. I just became involved with a new organization called Go Baby Go. Afterwards, I'm going to be around. I'm staying here tonight. I would love to talk to you guys about this. This is an organization that is making a worldwide movement to be able to help children 5 and under that are severely handicapped to be able to drive Little Tykes cars. We retrofit them in such an incredible way. It's too long to be able to show in a video here, but I would love to be able to talk to anybody afterwards. We're doing our first build-a-car workshop in our dealership, and we're gonna tie this in. We're gonna deliver the cars to the family, and then on top of that, we're gonna try to roll this out through the rest of the industry. I think we have a powerful movement because in my mind, in my heart, I truly believe that we as dealers, we can do more for our communities to touch the people in our communities, to support them, far beyond just simply writing a check to a charity. I think by devoting our time and actually building something tangible and helping a child actually become mobile is a powerful thing. And anybody that wants to talk to me about that, I'd love to share that with you as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, Matt.
Awesome
Thank you, Chris.
stuff. Thank you, Eric.